What if I told you that 2026 will not reward the hardest work in the room, but the person who adjusts the fastest? The person who sees what others step over, the person who acts before they feel ready, the person who can connect with people and stay calm when life hits the ceiling? Today, you are going to learn 5 human skills that will decide your wealth and your future in a world where machines handle almost everything except the things that make you powerful. And the last skill might surprise you because it quietly decides who rises and who stays frustrated. Stay with me because your biggest takeaway is waiting at the end. Before we dive in, drop a quick like and subscribe to Nuggets of Wealth. It helps the channel reach more people who want to build a stronger future just like you. We are stepping into 2026 where everything moves so fast that even time looks tired. Technology keeps racing. AI works while you sleep and sometimes while you pretend to work. Your gadgets are becoming smarter, faster, and strangely judgmental. The world is changing every week, and if you want to win in this new world, you cannot depend on old ideas about a success. Working hard still matters, but it is no longer the ticket to wealth. Even pigeons work hard, and no one calls them financially free. The real advantage comes from human skills that machines cannot copy. Skills that shape your thinking, your choices, and your results. And today, we begin with a skill that decides how fast you rise when the world flips its mood. 1. The power to adapt quickly. This one comes first because everything else depends on it. The world no longer gives long warnings before it changes direction. One minute you think everything is fine, and the next minute a new invention appears and decides to rearrange your job description. The people who grow in 2026 are not the ones who wait for the perfect moment. They are the ones who adjust faster than everyone else. Think about a small bakery I once visited. They made beautiful bread but almost no sales. Instead of complaining about slow customers, the owner started offering tiny tasting cups of hot chocolate with every loaf. Customers loved it, sales jumped. Later he learned customers came more for the hot chocolate than the bread. So he turned the bakery into a mini drink shop and now makes more money in one day than he used to make in a week. His secret was simple. He refused to stay the same. Adaptation is like stretching. You must keep doing it or life will twist you into strange shapes. The people who adapt win because they never let change surprise them. Most people wait forever to start something new. They wait until they feel smart enough or prepared enough, but readiness is a myth. If you wait to feel ready, you will keep waiting while others move ahead. So, the first skill is learning to adjust fast and learn even faster, not memorizing long definitions, not collecting certificates like souvenirs. Real learning means you try something new, you fail a little, you adjust, and then you grow. If you are still with me, type I adapt fast in the comments and hit subscribe if you want videos that help you stay ahead in 2026. 2. See what others ignore. This next skill is one of the quietest but most profitable. While everyone else walks past opportunities, a few people notice simple problems hiding in plain sight. The richest ideas in the world usually start with something boring, something small, something most people think is not worth their attention. There was a young woman I met who noticed something funny at her gym. People hated touching the cold metal of certain machines early in the morning. That tiny moment led her to create soft, washable covers for gym equipment. She posted them online. They went viral. Now she runs a business that her friends originally laughed at. People think you need big ideas to get rich. No, you need useful ideas. And useful ideas come from paying attention. Another example. A man noticed that parents at school pickup always struggled to keep small toys from falling between the seats. He created a simple holder that slides over the seat gap. It took him just a few tries to design it. He now earns more from that product than he ever made at his old job. The world does not reward the person who works the hardest. It rewards the person who observes the deepest. Your job in 2026 is to slow down, watch how people behave. Listen to what frustrates them. Notice what they repeat. Every repeated frustration is an opportunity wearing a plain shirt. People miss opportunity because it rarely comes with fireworks. It comes disguised as a small, daily inconvenience. A tiny thing that someone says, I wish this was easier. If you can train your eyes to see what others ignore, you will always have ideas, and ideas that solve real problems never go to waste. Comment I notice more now if this is opening your eyes. And remember to subscribe if you want more insight-filled videos from Nuggets of Wealth. 3. Taking action even when you do not feel ready. This skill changes lives faster than any motivational speech you will ever hear. Most people do not fail. They simply never begin. They wait for confidence. They wait for courage. They wait for perfect timing. But perfect timing behaves like a guest who keeps saying, I am on the way while never leaving their house. Action is the engine of success. Movement creates momentum. Momentum creates improvement. Improvement creates growth. Look at many great companies. They did not start with perfect plans. They started with something small and messy. A small phone repair booth became a tech empire. A woman selling handmade bookmarks at a craft fair now owns a publishing business. None of them waited to master everything. They took one step, then another, and another. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. One of my favorite stories is about a boy who wanted to start a small delivery service in his neighborhood. He was scared at first. He said he was not ready. I told him to start anyway. He delivered food, documents, even forgotten lunch boxes for kids at school. Soon, he was earning more per week than some adults who kept telling him to wait. Today, he runs a small team, all because he moved before he felt ready. If you want to stand out in 2026, stop waiting for the right move. Stop waiting for inspiration. Just start. Even if your first step is tiny, even if it feels awkward, your future is not built by the dreams you hold. It is built by the steps you take. If this is hitting you, type I take action in the comments and subscribe so you never miss what Nuggets of Wealth posts next. 4. Communication that makes people listen. Machines can write essays, emails, and ads, but they still cannot speak in a way that makes people feel understood. That is your superpower. Communication is not talking. Talking is simply producing noise. Communication means your words travel into someone's mind and stay long enough to create movement. Some people speak for an hour and say nothing. Others speak for 1 minute and change a room. Imagine two people selling a simple planner. The first one says, this planner is useful, buy it. The second says, this planner gives you the feeling of a calmer mind and a clearer day. Same product, but different communication. And guess who sells more? People follow emotion before logic. They buy the feeling before the product. A friend of mine once struggled to get support for her idea. She spoke with complicated language, trying to sound smart. No one listened. Then she simplified her message and shared a small story about why her idea mattered. Suddenly, people leaned in. Words did not become better. They became human. To master communication, learn these things. First, speak simply. Simplicity is strength. Second, listen more. You cannot communicate well if you do not understand the person in front of you. Third, use stories. Humans remember stories more than facts. Fourth, stay calm. Confidence comes through tone more than vocabulary. And finally, be honest. People can feel honesty. It makes you trustworthy faster than any fancy sentence ever will. When you communicate well, you become valuable. Businesses want you. Teams follow you. Clients trust you. Investors believe you. Opportunities open for people who can speak in a way that makes others pay attention. 5. Control your emotions under pressure. This final skill is the one that decides who lasts. Anyone can smile when life behaves, but the future belongs to the people who remain steady when everything around them goes sideways. Emotional control is not about hiding your feelings. It is about guiding your reactions, because decisions made in panic usually turn into regrets. Imagine two people starting the same investment. One checks the numbers every minute and panics at the first drop. The other stays calm, thinks long-term, and moves wisely. Same investment, but two completely different outcomes. Look at champions in sports. Their talent matters, but their emotional stability matters even more. They stay collected even when a whole crowd watches them. That calm is not magic, it is a trained skill. In business, the same pattern appears. When the world faces uncertainty, the leaders who stay calm make the decisions that move them ahead. Panic blocks thinking, calm creates clarity. A young entrepreneur once had a disaster before a major meeting. His samples got lost in transit and the projector failed. Instead of melting down, he smiled and said, "Let me show you my idea in a simpler way." The investors loved his confidence and funded him, not because everything went right, but because he did not fall apart. To build emotional control, start with small things. When something annoys you, pause. When you feel angry, breathe. When stress rises, slow yourself down before responding. These little moments train your inner strength. Once you master this skill, life becomes less frightening. Problems become challenges instead of walls. People trust you more, and you start making choices that move you forward instead of backward. Thank you for spending your time with Nuggets of Wealth. Today, you learned 5 skills that can help you rise in 2026. Adapt fast. Notice what others ignore. Take action before you feel ready. Communicate with power. Stay calm when life shakes you. If this message helped you, press like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and download the free guide waiting for you in the description. Your future does not wait, but it will reward you when you move.